from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka. This is the National News Broadcast coming to you live from the Rupavahini Studios, bringing you your stories for today. I'm Shara Mascarenhas.
I'm Charita Viniprarachi, and let's move on to the headlines for tonight's news. Plans to develop Mana as a centre for power and energy. A new intercity train service between Mana and Colombo. A change in the fuel quota. The cabinet spokesman says media reports relating to ChannelEye of the national television are false. A petition from ministers Manusha and Harin to the Supreme Court against the SJP for depriving them of party membership. The COPA committee expresses its strong displeasure over weak administration at the Department of Meteorology. 35 persons killed in an explosion at a filling station in Russia. Wanidu Hasaranga retires from Test cricket.
Now for those and other stories in detail, starting off with local news. Ranil Wickremesinghe says Mana will be developed as a centre of power.
He has made these remarks participating in the annual feast at the Mother Church in Mana. The President further said intercity express train between Mana and Colombo will commence on the 15th of next month. President Ranil Wickremesinghe said that Mana region, where the nation shrine of Lady Madhu is located, possesses abundant renewable energy sources. With access to solar, wind and green energies, the Mana district can be developed into an energy hub. We have also formulated plans to transform Punarin into an energy city. It is important to note that all these development initiatives are designed to preserve the sacred land and its forests. I have instructed officials to seek advice and guidance from the clergy here during these development efforts. An intercity express train service from Mana to Colombo is scheduled to commence on the 15th of September. The service is being launched in response to the request of MP Charles Nirmalanathan. Additionally, steps have been taken to establish a sugar factory in Vaunia as requested by MP Sevam Adhikaranathan. Cabinet approval has been obtained for this project. It can be said that Lady Madhu blessings provided us with strength during the challenging time. The Board of Management of the Madhu Church has decided to conduct services throughout this year in connection with the completion of 100 years of crowning of the Lady of Madhu statue in the year 2024. Apostolic Emissary of the Holy Vatican Catholic Council, Most Reverend Brian Uruguay, attending the main service at the church, said that the Holy Council extend blessings on the President for his speech on national unity and reconciliation in Parliament. Bishop of Mana, Reverend Dr. Emmanuel Fernando, Chairman of the Sri Lankan Christian Development Foundation, Reverend Dr. Chandru Fernando, Ministers Vedura Vikramanayake, Nalin Fernando,
I have visited different parts of the country since my arrival. I noticed that Sri Lankans are generally a good and tolerant people. You should not allow the few unscrupulous elements that are indeed a minuscule minority to negatively influence and disorient you. The religious leaders of different religions should play a leading role and direct the people to the right principles of love and fraternity. It is unacceptable for any religious leader to take advantage of the medium, respect, and privilege accorded to them to denigrate other religions.
Bishop of Bana, Reverend Dr. Emmanuel Fernando, Chairman of the Sri Lankan Christian Development Foundation, Reverend Dr. Chandra Fernando, Ministers Vidura Vikramanayake, Nalin Fernando, State Ministers Arundhika Fernando, Khadar Mastan, Parliamentarians Kavinda Javardhana, Selvan Adhikaranathan, Charles Nilbanathan, Senior Presidential Advisor on National Security and Chief of Staff of President Sagala Ratnayake have also graced the occasion.
The Electricity Board says surplus water in the Samanelavava Reservoir is sufficient to generate power only for another day or two. Addressing a media briefing in Colombo today, Minister Kanchana Wijesekara said that, however, all measures have been taken to provide continuous island-wide power supply without cutbacks. The minister also said a change in the fuel quota is scheduled to be conducted next month. Minister Kanchana Wijesekara said that an extremely small water capacity is available for the power generation for a day or two. Therefore, he added that they are compelled to fully abandon power generation from the Samanelavava Reservoir. He added that they are hoping by Sunday to amalgamate especially the southern province, with the national grid through transmission cable system. Such a move would enable to limit the quantity of power to be received additionally. All power stations of the Ceylon Electricity Board are now functioning at maximum capacity to secure the additional power requirement. He added that there are no emergency buying or extra purchases, as there is no need to do so. If any additional purchasing is to take place, that would be to provide necessary water for agricultural purposes. Discussions are taking place to purchase power from private plants for amounts such as 50 to 58 rupees. The joining of companies such as Sinopec has become a boost to the ministry. As the involvement would reduce the expenditures by $50 to $60 million, the company should engage in financial investments in Sri Lanka for 1 year. This enables to enhance power capacity. Minister Kanchana Wijesekara further said that they are looking on the possibility of either increasing the QR method or completely abandon the program after conducting discussions with the Ministry of Finance.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi, in his speech at the 77th Independence Day, said that India helped different countries during the time of crisis and that India has emerged as a Vishwa Mitra, a friend of the world. Independence Day celebration was held at the historic Red Fort in New Delhi. This year's Independence Day theme is Nation First, Always First, commemorating past 76 glorious years of progress of India and its rich history, diverse population, magnificent culture and great achievements. Prime Minister Narendra Modi hoisted the tricolour and addressed the nation from the Red Fort in Delhi early morning on August 15th on the occasion of Independence Day. Multi-layer security is in place across Delhi with more than 10,000 personnel manning the area in and around the National Monument. In his Independence Day speech, the Prime Minister referred to recent reports that said that India had overtaken China to be the world's most popular country with 1.4 billion people. Demography, democracy and diversity were India's strength and the country's youth would have unlimited opportunities, he added. The Prime Minister said India's economy was now the 5th largest in the world and promised that in the next 5 years we will be in the top 3. He said he was confident that in 2047, when India marks 100 years of its independence, it will be a developed nation. This was PM Modi's 10th consecutive Independence Day address to the nation from the Red Fort. Cabinet ministers, political leaders, all 3 service chiefs and other high officials were also present for this occasion. The 7th Independence Day of India was celebrated by the Indian community in Sri Lanka as well as under the patronage of Indian High Commission in Colombo. The main event in Colombo was held at India House, the official residence of High Commissioner of India. High Commissioner Gopal Barclay hoisted the Indian national flag and inspected the Guard of Honour. He also read excerpts of the address by Honorable President of India to the nation on the eve of the 77th Independence Day.
Independence Day is an occasion to reconnect with our history. It is also an occasion to assess our present and reflect about our way forward. Looking at the present, we see that India has not only regained its rightful place on the world stage, but it has also enhanced its standing in the international order. India is playing a crucial role in promoting developmental and humanitarian goals around the world. It has also assumed leadership of international forums, especially the presidency of G20. As the G20 represents the 2/3 of the world population, this is a unique opportunity to help shape global discourse in the right direction. There are many global issues that concern all humanity and are not limited by geographical boundaries. India's economy has proven to be not only resilient during turbulent times, but is also a beacon of hope for others. Extreme weather events affect all, but their impact is far more severe on the poor and the marginalized. Cities and hilly terrains especially need to be made more resilient. The larger point here is that the culture of greed takes the world away from nature. We now realize the dire need to return to our roots. There are still many tribal communities who live very close to nature and in harmony with it. Their values and lifestyle offer invaluable lessons for climate action.
Members of Indian community participated in the event in several hundreds. Several cultural events added flavour to the celebrations. Sri Lanka Navy Band played melodious tunes of Indian patriotic songs. Special events were organised by the Assistant High Commission in Kandy, Consulate General in Jaffna and Consulate General in Hambantota as well on the momentous occasion.
Cabinet spokesman Minister Dr. Bandula Gunawardena says that media reports regarding ChannelEye of Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation are false. He made these remarks at a media briefing to convey the cabinet decisions today. Minister Dr. Bandula Gunawardena said that he has handed over to the chairmanship of the Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation to a person with a knowledge on the subject after realizing the collapse of the corporation. He has also expressed the chairman would rescue the national television within a period of 6 months, utilizing his business skills. He added that a responsible group of professors of universities has been appointed to the board of directors at SLRC. It has been decided to lease on short term and the airtime of ChannelEye to the Leica company, as the channel could not be allowed to be run as a loss-making venture. The Consumer Affairs Authority has raided several wholesale vegetable sales outlets in Petta, Colombo and apprehended several places which engaged in dealing with rotten vegetable stocks.
Legal action is to be taken against the owners of such places. Those engaged in marketing such produce said that there is a high demand for hotels for rotten potatoes and onions, which are later on cleaned and unused for consumptions. The authority officials have also raided several shops in Petta which were engaged in selling potatoes and onions at different prices. Strong warnings have been given to warehouses such stocks food in an unhygienic manner.
Ministers Manoj Nanakar and Harin Fernando filed a petition before the Supreme Court regarding depriving them of party membership of the Samagi Jana Balawegaya. The petitioners say decisions of the Samagi Jana Balawegaya to expel them from the party is against the charter of the Balawegaya as well as against natural justice. Respondents of the case have been cited as President of the Samagi Jana Balawegaya Sajid Premadasa, General Secretary Ranjit Madhuma Bandara, Secretary General of the Parliament and 9 members of the Election Commission, including its chairman. The petitioners have also stated that they have been receiving letters from the Samagi Jana Balawegaya since the beginning of May 2022 regarding taking disciplinary action against them. They added that in a letter dated 24th of July this year, the Samagi Jana Balawegaya has informed that they were proven guilty to charges of breaching discipline and therefore a decision has been taken to suspend their party membership. The petitioners have requested the Supreme Court to deliver a verdict that the SJB decision to suspend their party membership was against the law and to declare that they will not be deprived of their parliamentary portfolios.
Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena has arrived at the Kunming International Airport in China this morning, commencing a 4-day official tour in China. He will be the chief guest at the China South Asia Import and Export Exhibition scheduled to commence tomorrow. The 7th China South Asia Exhibition in Kunming Import and Export Exhibition will be conducted in Kunming till the 20th of this month. 60 countries take part in the event organized by the Chinese Ministry of Commerce and the Yunnan Province government. Discussions are to be conducted regarding cultural exchange, regional cooperation, tourism, digital economy, industrial parks, biomedicine and several other issues between China and South Asian countries. The Prime Minister will hold bilateral economic cooperation and trade relations with Chinese leaders. He also will visit the Yunnan Agricultural Science Academy and Sino Hydro Bureau. Minister of Trade Nalin Fernando, state ministers and parliamentarians are also joining this tour.
Three persons were killed and 8 others seriously injured in a road accident in, Panikchamankulam on the Jaffna Kandy road at dawn today. A lorry parked on the side of the road to change a tire was hit by a van which came in the same direction. 2 persons engaged in changing the tire and the passenger in the van were killed. They were residents of the Vallampitiya, Mulleriava and Jaffna. The injured have been admitted to the Kilinochi and Mankulam hospital. Driver of the van has been arrested and the Mankulam police station is conducting further investigations.
Cabinet spokesman Minister Dr. Bandula Gunawardena says provision of tax concessions to high-ranking officials in the professional fields is possible only after an evaluation meeting with the International Monetary Fund in September. The minister was responding to this query raised by a media personnel at the media briefing on declaring cabinet decisions in Colombo today. The taxations had resulted in a brain drain of intellectuals. Minister Dr. Bandula Gunawardena said that changing of taxation according to the needs of the country is not possible until the completion of the foreign debt restructuring program. He has also expressed hope of completing the program in September. The minister further said facts will be presented in this regard in the second evaluation meeting with the IMF. He added that there are several reasons attributed to brain drain. Taxation policy is one method to overcome the problem. The minister also said that loans will not be possible from the Asian Development Bank or the World Bank until finalizing of the debt restructuring.
President Ranil Wickremesinghe has appointed 3 new President's Councils. Senior Attorney at Law and Additional Solicitor General Ajit Milinda Patirana, Legal Draftsperson S.A. Dilrukshi and Additional Legal Draftsperson D. Damayanti Kulasena have received the appointments from the President at the President's office today.
Celebrating 75 years of Pakistan-Sri Lanka Friendship Festival was held recently in Colombo under the patronage of Pakistan High Commission in Sri Lanka. The festival included Pakistani cuisine and cultural events. The highlighting of the festival was a virtual tour of Gandhar heritage Buddhist sites in Pakistan. The Sri Lankans were able to experience Pakistan music and dances as well. Pakistan food stalls as well as dress boutiques was also there.
The Committee on Public Accounts has expressed strong displeasure over weak management at the Department of Meteorology. It has been disclosed at a COPA meeting recently that 78 million rupee loss has incurred due to an unsuccessful project carried out in Gongala in installing a radar network provided by the World Meteorological Agency. In this project, implemented in the year 2008, it was revealed that approximately 402 million rupees have been spent for this radar system and 323 million rupees have been given by the World Met Organization. It was also disclosed that before bringing the project to Sri Lanka, an officer of the Department of Meteorology inspected this machine and informed them not to bring it to Sri Lanka as it was not in working condition. Officials of the Auditor General's department stated that many years have passed for the preparation of a road to the relevant place and the equipment has become obsolete. They then pointed out that due to the collapse of the crane carrying this, some equipment has been destroyed and the rest of the equipment was missing.
A media discussion was conducted at the Apeksha Hospital in Maharagama today regarding the purchasing of a modern technological CT simulator machine on the recommendations of the Board of Specialist Physicians at the hospital. Funds amounting to 200 million rupees credited to the account of the Apeksha Hospital received as assistance from the Fight Cancer Team Sri Lanka are to be utilized in this connection. Director of the Apeksha Hospital, Dr. A.A. Injasekara, and the founder of the Fight Cancer Team Sri Lanka organization, M.S.H. Mohammed, have also attended the event.
Fight Cancer Team collected money for some medical equipments to Apeksha Hospital, National Cancer Institute for last few years. Now we have around 210 million rupees collected in this account. So we have decided, the Fight Cancer Team, Cancer Hospital and the Ministry decided to purchase very essential medical equipments. One is simulator and other it is around 177 million worth, and the remaining balance we are going to use it to build up the building for this equipment, around 20 million. There is another balance going to use it for supplying electricity to the building donated by another party to our X-ray department. So we have decided to purchase this very important medical equipments to this hospital.
Donating a CT simulator and a building for that and electricity for the X-ray unit. It cost around 210 million. 4 years before we started the project Pana Dena Panaha, at the moment nearly 210 million, the money lying at National Health Development Fund. We collected from the public, all the public they deposited to National Health Development Fund. Hospital they need badly, they need a CT simulator. Then we decided with the hospital and the health ministry officials and to donate a CT simulator for this money. It will cost around 202 million and the building and other cost around 210 million. We are planning to open the LC very soon and we are planning to donate the very high-tech machine to the hospital. Now we are planning to make this hospital the South Asia's best hospital. Our team, our donors, our public, media support, hospital support, we can do wonders.
Electorate meetings organised by political parties are currently being conducted throughout the island. Former parliamentarian K.K. Piyadasa has organised the Walapane electorate meeting of the United National Party. State Minister Lohan Ratwatte has organised the Ududumbara electorate meeting of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna.
ජනතාවගේ පීඩනයක් ඇති වුණ ඇත්ත. දැන් සජිත් ප්‍රේමදාස මහත්තයා ගියානේ අරගල භූමියට කොහමද පිළිගන්නේ?
The Ministry of Urban Development and Housing has decided to include Paliyaguda Town Development Planning in the Western Development Plan. A decision in this regard was held at the Urban Development Authority Auditorium in Sethsiripaya, Battaramulla today. Minister Prasanna Ranatunga has informed officials to hand him over the planning project report before the 31st of December. He has stressed to provide immediate solutions for the problems of flood and housing faced by the Paliyaguda residents. It has been decided to construct multi-storey apartment complexes in lands belonging to the UDA in Paliyaguda town. He has also requested the officials to look into whether this could be implemented as a joint state and private sector project. He also instructed officials to reserve a suitable location adjacent to the Paliyaguda Banyan Market complex for the unauthorized boutiques to engage in activities. The decision has also been taken to speedily process a project report on the development of the sacred areas of the historic Kalani Raja Mahavihare. The minister said seeking the guidance of chief incumbent of the Kalani Raja Mahavihare, Venerable Professor Kollupitiya Mahinda Sankarakita Thera, is compulsory in this regard. State Minister Sisira Jayakodi and government officials have also attended the meeting.
Here's more local news in brief. Cabinet approval has been received to seek parliamentary approval on the regulations released under the Import-Export Administrative Act. The proposal has been presented by President Ranil Wickremesinghe in his capacity as the Minister of Finance, Economic Stabilisation and National Policies. An agreement has been reached at talks with relevant parties to remove restrictions imposed on several goods which have been temporarily import suspensions. The Ministry of Education says the first stage of the second term of 2023 of government schools and government-approved private schools will conclude on the 17th of this month. The second stage of the second term of the schools is scheduled to commence on the 28th of this month. In a raid conducted by the Navy and the Food and Medicine Inspection Unit of the Anuradhapura yesterday, a person has been arrested with a stock of medicine prepared to be sold in an illegal manner. Chamara Chandimal Jayantha of Sri Lanka has won the award for the best foreign worker in South Korea. The award was presented at the conference on employment permit methodologies held in Busan City in South Korea recently. Stay with us. We'll be back with international news after a break.
Prima Kutumi Pantamai.
Around the globe, உலகெல்லாம் சனிக்கிழமைகளில் மாலை 4 மணிக்கு.
Welcome back with international news. And a fire and an explosion at a petrol station in the southern Russian region of Dagestan has killed at least 35 people, including 3 children, and injured more than 100, according to the local officials and the news reports. Foreign media reports said that the fire started at an auto repair shop on the roadside of a highway in the Dagestani capital Makhachkala, which is located at the Caspian Sea, yesterday, and caused blast spreading to a nearby petrol station. Russia's emergency ministry reported that a total of 115 people were injured, including 16 children, and 35 people had died. 3 of those killed were children. Dagestan Governor Sergei Belkovich said. Governor further says that the reasons of a type of explosion are being clarified.
Prima Kutumi Pantamai.
And on your sports news tonight, it's a bit of a disappointing news. All-rounder Wanindu Hasaranga has decided to retire from Test cricket. The Sri Lanka cricketer in a communique says he has informed his decision in a letter.
Chief Executive Officer of Sri Lanka Cricket Ashley De Silva said that they have accepted Wanindu Hasaranga's request. Hasaranga says that he took the decision in order to focus more attention on the forthcoming one-day and T20 matches. Wanindu Hasaranga has earned Test status in a match played against South Africa in 2020. His last Test appearance was against Bangladesh in April 2021. He has represented Sri Lanka in 4 Test matches and received 4 wickets and scored 996 runs. Hasaranga has shown more skills in T20 encounters. So far, he has represented Sri Lanka in 48 one-day matches and 58 T20 matches. A gazette notification has been released on the formation of a special investigation unit with the objective of rectifying anomalies pertaining to the sports. According to the directive of the Sports Minister Roshan Ranasinghe, until we become operative for a period of 3 years with effect from the 15th of February this year. Assistant Superintendent of Police W.A. Vanasinghe has been appointed as the director of the unit.
That's it. That's a look at Rupavahini News for tonight.